what inspired us to create For Crying Out Loud, we looked over this world and society, and we realized that so many people are hurting. So many people are crying out for various reasons, whether it's depression, whether it's your family, whether it's losing a job, children, and we know this.
You lost your job too?
No, I just fell.
Miss Ray! I'm not. I pray that
But I guess you can't make a little.
I am calm. I am.
The mission of For Christ's Sake Entertainment is to entertain and to entertain our audience with phenomenal productions and exceptional events that will uplift spirits, inspire life, rejuvenate purpose, and leave a lasting impression.
All I can tell you over the phone is that your prostate exam came back a bit abnormal.
I had a bad day at work. Well, and you still look bad. I got 5 kids from 5 different men. I work for Tips at Tootsie's. Add that to Section 8 and no help from a man around the house.
The inspiration behind For Crying Out Loud came from a number of different events that happened in the lives of myself, Cindy, Elena, and people around us. And we thought that we could offer our audience a great solution to their actual problems, which was, you know, a spiritual solution.
You said to pray, and I prayed really, really hard, Jabari. And he didn't say, my son.
Heavenly Father, we come to you at this time, asking you to lift up Miss Samira Wellington, Heavenly Father. Because through it all, Heavenly Father, I still had you. Heavenly Father, my heart is heavy right now.
The development of the characters came about, it was a collaboration between myself, Chanel, and Elena. We were able to, which is normally our recipe, we normally collaborate. It starts out with the dialogue. We talk about what's going on around us, and that's how we were able to infuse all of those thoughts and maybe the images that we could remember into the play so that it can be as relatable as possible to our audience.
There was a man in the Bible. He was an upright man. His name was Job. He waited on the Lord. He lost everything that he had. He lost his children, all his riches and everything, but he still waited on the Lord, Andre.
So that's why the underlying theme throughout the play, Job, he waited on the Lord. And that's what we wanted to offer to our audience. We
pretty much reached out to amateurs that were around us and used the formula that we always use, you know, see who matches up with which role and bring out the best in them.
In regards to directing, that's what you have to pull from your cast. You have to be able to take that, jerk that emotion out, and ensure that they give justice to the characters that we have worked so hard on creating and developing.
Liz told me, and my voice says, we got this new dance for how you did.
My role in For Christ's Sake Entertainment, I wear many hats, but my main role is to oversee operations from concept to completion, to when the curtains close.
I love music. If anyone knows me, they will know that. And we wanted to make sure that all of the music really embodied the scene in which it was going to be sung. For example, we had a song entitled Open Up and Let Your Heart. And that was a scene between Samira Wellington and Naomi, mother and daughter. Throughout the play, Samira had went through a lot of ups and downs, and it traces back to her childhood with some of the different things that she went through.
first scene that I really like is the breakdown of Dr. Leslie Charles. And what I really like about that, even though it's not to glorify a breakdown, but our audience needs to see that even the most assuming individuals that seem like they have it all together because they have their degrees and that they're very professional, they're beautiful, and they have all these things in life, they too are dealing with issues. And they need to see that a person that may appear to have it together, they're dealing with issues also. And at that point, Leslie Charles had to take a self-inventory and realize that she's a mess and she has to get it together, and she broke down, and we all have to have a breakthrough before we are built back up.
Please, I'm not crazy like those people out there. I'm fine.
Miss Charles, you digested an entire bottle of sleeping pills. There's nothing fine about that.
The last scene, the culmination of the entire play. Because at that point, our main character Jabari Strong, he cries out, and that's when we have one of our highlighted parts, for crying out loud.
Loud, Lord.
And it's because Andre, in his unbelief still, you know, and that's how we can be sometimes.
You keep telling me these stories, telling me about having faith. What is God doing for me now? I need help now. I need my family. I need my wife and my son right now, Doc.
My favorite character in For Crying Out Loud would have to be Dr. Leslie Charles. And her character is just someone who's really successful, but she has a lot of secrets.
What I would love to share with the audience is that if you have a gift, if you have a purpose, if you have a vision, go after that. That only comes from the Lord, and He already prepared the path for you. All you have to do is step out there on faith, and it's done.
Look up, son. God's got a plan for you. He put purpose in you. You know that it's true. Look up to the hill.
What I would like for the audience to leave with after seeing For Crying Out Loud is simply a renewed sense of hope.
And underlying theme I would have to say would be that whatever you have, whatever is weighing you down, take it to the Lord.